Hello, DOs. Welcome to Module 1. Now, what we're going to do is begin our analysis. So, the very kind of first place we want to start is a very traditional microeconomics perspective. If we looked at your firm and their competitors, how would we define the level of concentration? So, we're identifying here what's called a market structure. Now, this could be a highly competitive environment where firms have a little ability to do much, or it could be a very concentrated environment where firms can basically do as they please, obviously within the legal bounds. So what your task in Module 1 is to make the claim as to what you believe this initial market structure identification is. Now, going backwards, I do hope that you were able to look at all of the files associated with Module 0, and you have a sense of how this class is going forward. Again, if you do have any questions, please make sure that you are reaching out as soon as possible. We don't want there to be any confusion about what you're going to be doing and how you're going to be doing it in this short time. Okay, now back to Module 1. Now, the first place to look is to look at the firm's website. But as I've said in that bullet point number 3, don't let this be your primary guide for all of your research. And the reason why is it's pretty simple. Firms always tell you exactly what they want you to know. So your task is to go outside of what the firm has told the world and to start to think about what others have thought about these companies. Okay, so what you need to start to do is look at the paper prompt for market structure identification. There are a number of questions that are pretty general, but would guide your thinking as to be able to make identification of market structure. Then what you need to do is submit that answers to those questions, and this is the one that I would like you to do as soon as possible because it's going to give me a sense of the company that you're working on and whether you're able to find research initially, and it will also, if in the case where it is maybe a firm that will be very difficult to research, I can then give you some feedback pretty quickly that maybe you need to be thinking about a different company to choose. We just need you to get that done as soon as possible. Okay, now some words of caution going forward. It's a lot of material. It's a lot of work, but pace yourself. It's something that you can work on each day. And if you do that, and if you take that approach, it will be no problem to be able to complete this task in the time allotted. Again, lastly, reach out with any questions that you have. Any points of confusion or anxiety or anything related to what I'm supposed to be doing, I want to make sure that you know exactly what you're doing. So I am here as your guide in this class. If you need additional resources, I'd be happy to try to find anything possible to help you. Again, if you want to have a sense of what this section would look like, utilize the paper that I provided as an example. That might be a good first place to start. Okay, so take a look at Module 1 content, watch the video lecture, look at the PowerPoint, read the text, look at the assignment that is due as soon as possible, and I think that you'll be off to a running start. All right, so look forward to talking to you virtually in Module 2.